Today on the Hopefulist, is it ever too early to embrace joy? It's Grateful Monday and the wonderful inn I found in Bucks County.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning. It is Monday. Rise and shine, my little hopefulist. It's time to get ready for a new week and kick some serious butt. It is a bit chilly here at the Jersey Shore on this Monday, November 4th, 2019. It is day 53. You've got to get on Ellen, and it is Rise Business Week, people. I'm going to my very first Rise conference. It is for small business owners. Yes, so psyched. Cannot wait. I've already made some super cool new friends, and I can't even imagine how many friends I'm going to have when this whole thing is over. As I mentioned, pretty cool here at the Jersey Shore. We're looking at the 30s this morning. Not loving it. Not loving the 30s. But I'm sure you recall that daylight savings ended yesterday. And so here it is, 6:30, bright as can be outside my door. I love the early lightness. Love it. Do not love the getting dark at 5 o'clock, obviously. But if I could pick one over the other, I definitely would pick morning sunlight over afternoon. You know why? Because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know why? I am an early bird. So I don't mind this time change at all. They are starting to say that, they've been talking about getting rid of daylight savings time forever now. So, they're saying that it's very unhealthy, that especially when they do the time change in the spring and you lose an hour of sleep, that there's all this case studies where people have more heart attacks on that Monday and that it's just overall bad for your health. Maybe that's something that happens when you get a little bit older. I'm not sure. I think it's an hour. It's on the weekend. I don't think it's that big of a deal. You can't handle an hour difference? I don't know. To me, it's not that big of a deal. I think maybe these people that are having heart attacks, maybe it's not the hour time change. Maybe it is something else. I'm just, shooting out ideas here. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So it is Grateful Monday, and I started a couple of weeks ago going through my own personal gratitude journal to hopefully encourage you to start your own. And by doing this, I'm showing you how easy it is to find 5 things to write down in your cute little notebook with your fabulous pen every single day. So I will share 5 of mine from the last week, starting with on Friday. I was asked at the very last minute to make a speech at my friend Kathy's 50th birthday party, and I did it. Got up there. He gave me enough. It literally gave me like 10 minutes. Hey, do you want to say something? A couple people are going to say some words. Do you want to say something? And I was like, you can't throw these things at me last minute. I need time to prepare. He's like, oh, come on, you're a DJ. You can do this. I'm like, no. It's different when I'm in my kitchen, sitting in a microphone by myself, and the only person listening to me right now is Tucker. When I have a whole bunch of people staring back at me, I heard there was 90 people at this party. It's completely different. But I started to put together a couple of little stories that I thought would be funny. And then after he spoke and one other person spoke, he's like, Wendy, would you like to say something on the mic in front of everybody? I'm like, well, I guess I don't have a choice now. So thank goodness I had started preparing some stuff in my head. And a couple of people had thanked me and said that I made a great little speech. So that was very cool. I was very appreciative of that. So, of course, I wrote it down in my gratitude journal. I was at book club last week, and some of the desserts that had been put out were so amazing. And I took this really cool picture of the cupcakes. I mean, it almost looks like it's a little blurry. I'm a little upset that I didn't realize that it was a tiny bit blurry and take another one. But I really think that I'm getting good at this picture taking. I think I have an eye for it. So I took this really cool picture of the cupcakes. So I was grateful for that. More and more of you are posting in the group page. I love it. It makes my heart sing to see people sharing pictures and posts in the Hopefulist group page. If you are not a member of the Hopefulist group page, please just ask to join, and I will immediately approve you. I had, as of Wednesday, October 30th, when I wrote this in my gratitude journal, 4 people posted in the group page just that day. So far today, I've had 2 people, in addition to myself, post in the group page, and it's only 6:30 in the morning. So thank you all so much for continuing to post in the group page. This is what it is all about. Another thing I was grateful for this week, I bought a new canister where I keep my sugar on the counter. I had these really old ratty canisters. I just hated them. They didn't look good. They were kind of annoying. And here's something, it's kind of a decorating tip. This is what I was told a long time ago, and it's true. You don't have to find something specifically for the purpose that it's intended for. Find something that you love and find a purpose for it. While I was out looking for canisters to put, sugar, and I have one that's filled with candy or whatever, I couldn't find any canisters that I really liked. However, I did find this tiny little red teapot. And it's a real teapot. It comes with the strainer and all of that. And it's just really cute. So I'm using that as my sugar canister. It looks adorable sitting up on my counter. So, if you see something you like, just get it, and you will find a purpose for it. Trust me, this is how you fill your home with things that you love. And finally, my most important little memory of a gratitude from last week was I was in my bedroom folding my husband's T-shirts. Once again, the man wears more T-shirts than anybody I've ever known. I remember this, too, from growing up, and I was in charge of laundry at my mom's house. And, my sister, my mother, and I would have, a modest amount of clothes. My stepfather, so many clothes. What is it with guys and clothes? I guess women kind of wear an outfit more than once. I know I do anyway. I don't think that's the case with men. I think that they wear something for an hour and they throw it in the laundry basket. If I wear something for an hour, it's going back in the closet or the drawer. So as I was sitting there once again folding T-shirts, which I hate, I thought to myself all of a sudden, you know what? I'm not dreading this. I'm happy to fold my husband's T-shirts because I'm happy that he's in my life, that we are sharing our lives together, and it makes me happy to take care of him. This is the perfect example of a gratitude journal, how it starts to change your thinking. I turned something that's usually a chore to me, and I made it into something that I was grateful for. That's the trick. That's the goal. That's what we're all trying to do. So, I love you, honey. Still hate to fold your T-shirts, but I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it because I love you. So, moving on, I wanted to tell you about this awesome inn I found over the weekend, and I highly recommend it. It is the Bell Inn of Bucks County. Let me tell you about this place. They put your favorite chocolate candies on your pillow. They have the fridge stocked with your brand of beer. They have Doritos in the cabinet just in case you feel like partaking in some Doritos because they know that it is your favorite. Of course, I am being a little, I'm jesting just a little bit because this is my cousin's house. My cousin Jim, we do actually treat his house like a hotel. And if it bothers him, he surely doesn't show it because he welcomes us with open arms by stocking the fridge with our favorite beer. He left us so much candy. He's often heard me talk about my favorite candy bar being the Fast Break. He got Joe and I each our own very own king-size Fast Break, which my husband immediately turned over to me and said, "Oh, that's your favorite. You can have both of them." He got us Reese's Pumpkins with the Reese's Pieces in it because we love those. And he got us a bunch of little peanut butter cups with the Reese's Pieces in them. Yeah, they're all gone. And then I snagged some of his candy from his Halloween candy dish, and I got me some Swedish fish. I love me some Swedish fish once in a while. So, yeah, diet's not going very well. That's okay. But we do very much appreciate the hospitality that we get at the Inn of, I am messing up the name, at the Bell Inn of Bucks County. So we're going to hopefully return the favor, and he will be joining us soon here at Joe and Wendy's Sea Cottage for a nice little fun weekend of holiday cheer. Let's put it that way. Okay? So if you're ever in Bucks County, look up the Bell Inn of Bucks County. You will be treated like a king and a queen. So speaking of holiday cheer, I'm going to bring up my topic for today, which goes right into my blog post. So I had asked, there are two types of people right now, and that's what I had posted. We've got one of Elf, of course, played by Will Ferrell, who I just saw the movie Elf about 3 or 4 years ago for the first time because, I really don't like silly slapstick kind of movies, but I have to admit this one was a good one. I really do enjoy it, and now I do watch it every year. And I remember people were horrified when I had posted on Facebook that I was watching Elf for the first time. They're like, "Oh, how could you have never seen Elf?" Well, I have seen it now, and I do make it part of my yearly tradition to watch it at least once. So either you are like Elf, Will Ferrell, and can't wait for Christmas to begin, or you're like the scary-looking guy from, I think it's Game of Thrones, didn't watch the show, that's my guess, who's got this mean look on his face that says, "So it begins." So I wanted to hear from you. Which one are you? And when do you typically decorate? Lori says, I hate it. It was at least Santa arrived on Thanksgiving back in the day. So she wants everyone to wait until Thanksgiving. Linda says, after Thanksgiving for me. Marcy says the day after Thanksgiving. Linda says it's the day after Thanksgiving and down New Year's Day. Not crazy about the decorating in this house. It's not a Christmas house, but I love the shopping. I've already started that. Michelle says, I usually wait until after Thanksgiving, but that's only because I have to wait for my husband to get everything out of the attic. So I asked her, so would you do it earlier then? And she said, probably. Joe, my husband, says, I'm okay with before Thanksgiving, but I need a little time after Halloween. And I have to tell you, I'm going to be mentioning this in my blog post. We were at the Home Depot yesterday getting some things that we needed. And they, of course, have all their Christmas display up. It's probably been up since August, I think. So the first time we went past it, I'm like, oh, man. And he veered off. He wouldn't let me go towards it. And then on the way back, I was like, and I just want to check out the Christmas tree lights real quick because we had put up all of those lights during the Laguna lights that took place in August. And a lot of them weren't working, which really was kind of annoying to me because they were only like 1 year old, I think. So I think you're supposed to get more than a year out of Christmas tree lights. But I said, let me just check the price of the Christmas tree lights because I want to compare them to the price at Target, which is where I usually get these things. Now, typically, I get them at Target after Christmas when it's 70% off, and I can usually get a box of Christmas tree lights for $1. $1. So I wasn't here last year for the after Christmas sale because Joe and I had gone on a cruise. So this year, I'm going to be stocking up. And I got to tell you, my one closet is completely filled with Christmas decorations. So I don't know where we're going to put all this stuff. So the price was pretty good on the lights that we saw. So I just grabbed some and then I put them on the kitchen table when we got home. And I had said to Joe, every time I look at those Christmas lights, I want to put up the tree. So the next thing I knew, they were gone. He put them in the closet so I wouldn't be tempted to put the Christmas tree up. So Kathy responded to Joe about okay with before Thanksgiving. Kathy said, you need to